Clap on. Clap off. All right, first question. Sup, ho?
You the hoe.
Off to a flying start, my guy.
Was that the question?
That was legit the question.
I'm trying to get candy out of my bag.
My guy, you sounded like you were trying to strangle someone with a plastic bag.
Hide the body!
Bum! That's pretty much it.
Look, I am not a bum.
Favorite players? You're gonna have to specify players.
For basketball, I like Kobe. I was named after a Lakers player, to be honest.
Cedric?
Yeah, Cedric Ceballos was a Lakers player.
I'll go with soccer. I think my favorite player of all time probably is Carlos Puyol. He was a short defender, but the motherfucker defended like a lion, so I'll give him that. Why are you thick?
I eat too much chocolate, but I've been trying to lose weight recently.
I think this was more of an attack on me, if anything. Reason why? My personality cannot be contained in a very small body. How are you? I'm doing great, thank you.
Dead on the inside, but great, thank you.
Chronically depressed, but I'm doing well each and every day.
The farm is my motivation.
Speaking of the farm, my guy, didn't you sniff your fucking peppers?
It was a mistake, because what happened was, I got one of the peppers, it was a big one, I cut it open, and I was curious, I wonder what it smells like, because people said it's like floral, like flowers, so I smelled, it smelled like oranges in a way, kind of like flowers, and then immediately afterwards, 2 minutes later, the burning began.
Kirby misses your hugs. I only know one Kirby in my life, and that's Cedric. So what are you up to, whore? That's very naughty of you to say. Santa Claus will not get you anything for Christmas if you keep up this bad behavior. Omae wa mo shinderu. What do you think about the Fallout games?
Oh boy!
It sprung to action.
I haven't played the Fallout games, but I'm familiar with the culture. From what I've heard, it's it was good. They had a dedicated fan base. Then 76 happened, and a nuclear bomb fell on Bethesda.
I think Fallout, for what it is a pretty cool game. It's a nice concept, make it like a post-apocalyptic world. You can do all kinds of crazy, outlandish shit in a post-apocalyptic world. But 76 came around, and it practically shit on its essentials of what Fallout was supposed to be. I mean, that's just coming from the outsider looking in. I didn't play the game, so I can't really give much of an honest review, but from what I've seen so far, it kind of just seems like whatever Fallout was is a lost identity. Do you eat coochie like sushi? I don't like sushi. Alright, back to Fallout again. Opinions of Fallout 4.
I haven't played it, but from what I heard, it was less popular than New Vegas.
I personally think Fallout 4, for what it was still good, so we're just gonna leave it at that. Why are you an ugly monkey? Yeah, this one's an attack on me again. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm pretty fucking beautiful.
Are you sure about that?
What's your favorite shooter game? I'm gonna go with you first on this, because I feel like you are more of a shooter guy than I am.
First person, I'll have to say BioShock. It's weapons are they're simple but fun. Like the shotgun is if you have the shotgun, it basically carries you throughout the game. That, and also you could use the powers or whatever. For third person, I'll have to go Splatoon, but unfortunately they stopped updating it recently, which is sad.
Third person, I would say, I think Gears of War. I love the many weapons you could use, the executions that were available. There were many things to do in the entire game, and I felt like every step of the way, I started to like Dominic more. I started to like Coltrane was my favorite character in the entire game. Baird, I loved his smart ass attitude, and then just Marcus Phoenix, his fuck shit way of life is so great. I just loved it every step of the way. First person, this one's a tough one. I think it's got to be between Borderlands 2 and Saints Row 4. But I think I'm leaning more to Borderlands 2, because with that game, that was the first time I've ever really invested heavily into any game like that. I've spent around probably 300 hours into the game. Why is your booty the softest booty of them all? That's sexual harassment. Please step away from me and my children.
Dad, I'm scared.
Do you watch Steven Universe? No, I do not. I personally do not think it's that great.
He's an annoying character. I don't like him. And people are like, no, but the other seasons are great. But it's like, well, you know, if the first season drives me away, I won't like it.
Trying to get into Steven Universe and trying to sit through it, I wouldn't be able to do it because I'm not very invested in shows like that. Like Gravity Falls, I was not very invested in. Steven Universe, not very much. Regular show, I tried, but it just couldn't stick with me for very long. And then The Amazing World of Gumball, though it is a gem, it's got some amazing stuff. Like, I just can't sit through all of it, you know? I don't think it's a bad show. I just don't think it's as great as people put it out to be. What's your favorite animal? I like foxes. Foxes are cunning. Remember Fox and the Hound?
Yeah, I remember that movie.
I started liking foxes a lot more as a kid. There's a Japanese legend or Japanese spirit called a kitsune, which is basically a spiritual fox. And when I discovered what those were, I started to like foxes even more because they're very vibrant, they're very cunning, they're very smart, and they can hold their own. And a lot of what their stuff is, I think a lot of my mischievous nature comes from foxes, and that's why I feel like foxes to me are like my spirit animal.
I'm going with alligator because they're fun, and also because I'm a K-Rool main.
Why are you eating booty? Why are there so many questions about eating ass or just ass in general? And no, I don't eat ass. I think people who genuinely eat ass because they think it's a good thing, they have an issue.
Listen, alright, you gotta keep your horny in check.
Do you still play the guitar? Okay, this one's directed towards me. Yes and no. I would play it more, but the problem is that my amplifier broke and I cannot use it anymore. Can I have your uwu hat? No, it is mine. Touch it and you die.
Listen, alright, I don't have the uwu hat. Buying the uwu hat was probably one of his smartest decisions, even though, you know, it just shows that he is a furry.
Shut the fuck up. Do you have the big iron? Yes, I do. I'll put an image of it right on the screen, right here. It's a toilet paper holder. That's exactly what it is.
This is probably how other people in other countries think Americans use the bathroom.
You're gay. Infinite no you. Be gone thought. What place would you like to go around the world? I have 3 places, but I think the one major place I'll go to is Spain for 3 reasons. 1, I heard there's a thing going around where female Spanish dancers are like the most passionate women on the planet, and I would really like to see just how they dance. 2, because I actually want to listen to the music there. I heard it's really good. And 3, I'm a good soccer fan of Atletico de Madrid. And I want to one day go to see a game from their stadium.
Normally, I like staying at home. I don't really travel much, but if I were to go to one place, it'd probably be I don't know. Assuming I have a translator with me who can help me with the language, probably like I don't know. Maybe Japan. It's like the weeb out.
You go to Japan, there's no subtitles?
I just start screaming.
Opinions on Borderlands 3. I can't really give an opinion. Just like the Fallout 4 thing, I can't really give an opinion, especially because I want to be as much in the dark as possible for when I actually do start playing. I did like the new aspects that they added. The new ADS system is very similar to that of Call of Duty, which is a very good thing because that makes ADSing more fluid. And the shooting mechanics actually look nicer. The graphics look very, very beautiful. Characters move so much more fluidly, and the interactions don't look like cardboard. It actually looks like you're talking to the character, and they're giving you facial recognition. I love that. And the major thing that I really appreciate it. And I'm not talking about the guns. I'm not talking about the new menus. I'm not talking about the customization. Vaulting. We can now vault.
In my opinion, you know, Borderlands 3 had like a good like hype around it. People wanted Borderlands 3, but I think 3 things that kind of killed it for me and just kind of like the audience in general was Randy, who wouldn't shut up and caused a lot of bad PR for the company. The fact that it was an Epic exclusive. And 3rd would be kind of like the DLC they released for Borderlands 2 beforehand, where it's like, this is the stuff that happens before Borderlands 3, but there's no story whatsoever.
And if you added a 4th one, the scandal with 2K Gaming.
Oh yeah, the fact that they sent like a private investigator to like someone who leaked the game even though they were the ones who leaked it themselves.
How retarded are you? What the fuck did you just say to me, you little bitch? I'll have you know I graduated top of my class in the Navy SEALs, and I've been involved in numerous secret raids on Al-Qaeda, and I have over 300 fondest video game memory. I have two. One of them is for solo, one of them is for when you and me played. Playing with you, I think it was when we were playing Saints Row 4. No, it was Saints Row 3. You died. You got downed. And the entire time you were so far away, I drove. You had 9 seconds left. I went all the way inside, shot the cops. I was trying to revive you. I thought I revived you, and I just pressed E a bunch of times. I didn't know if I picked you up. You were screaming, "Caesar, help me for the love of God, please!" And then I realized, oh Christ, let me hold E. And it was on the last second you stood up and you looked at me. And then you just walked out of the building without saying a word. And then like a minute later, you said, "It took you that long to pick me up? Are you kidding me?" My fondest video game moment solo was when I completed Nier Automata.
For multiplayer with Caesar, I think one of the best moments was Saints Row 3 where I pissed you off by getting not only 5 stars with the police, but 5 stars with the gang members.
And I was just shopping, doing nothing. And then all of a sudden I hear, "Caesar, don't get mad."
And then it only got worse where it's like we thought we were in the clear, but then I thought it'd be funny, so I blew something up and we got our notoriety back.
You fucking idiot. I swear to God, I was never so angry in my life. I drove off the bridge just so I could kill you. I think after that, I started running you over any chance I could.
And then for single player, it has to be Batman Arkham City because that's like one of the best games of all time.
What's your favorite video game genre?
RPGs. I don't like the length, but you know RPGs are great for like summer and winter. And I play a lot of Pokemon and Fire Emblem, so I guess that's kind of like the genre I go to.
Games that have third-person point of view. Like for me, I noticed I started doing that a lot when I first started playing Tomb Raider. I played the first Tomb Raider, the one that was on the Xbox 360. I played Rise of the Tomb Raider, beat that, I loved it. Played Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I got Devil May Cry 5. I got Resident Evil 2 Remake, and I played Final Fantasy 15. And then I'm currently playing Kingdom Hearts 3, and I beat Nier Automata. I started noticing I'm playing a lot of like RPG level up third-person games. How tall are you? Tall enough. Ethnicity? Human. What's your favorite fighting game? Well, you don't really have a favorite because you don't really play fighting games, but from what you've played so far, what do you enjoy?
Probably Smash.
I wouldn't necessarily call those fighting games, my guy, but for the sake of the argument, we'll say Smash is a fighting game for this episode only. Mine is very obvious. It's BlazBlue Cross Tag. It's one of the easiest games you'll ever get into, but it's one of those games where it's like, as simple as it is, like you still have to learn the game. But if you were to play any fighting game, this game is so universal that almost all the mechanics are very universal, and you could learn it if you give it an honest go. Like it would take like, I think if you gave it like a couple weeks of like serious like effort, you would actually like learn the game properly, and you would actually find characters you like. And I'm actually really excited because this month they're gonna add a new patch, 2.0. They're gonna add in new characters. They're gonna change the mechanics. They're gonna have patch notes currently coming up where they reconfigure characters, the health gauge, meter management, all this other stuff. So I'm really excited for that. I think that's it. I think that's pretty much it.
That's the Q&A.
Yeah, that's the Q&A right there. Thank you for joining me again. At this point, you might as well just be a co-host.
Yeah, practically I am the co-host.
Well, thank you guys for joining in. If you liked the video, please like it. Subscribe if you're new. And with that being said, thank you for joining in. I'll see you guys in the next video.